Principal of Mojala Tuto Primary School, which is in Small Farm, a very disadvantaged area. After being appointed as the school principal, I realized that I'm faced with a mammoth task of leading the school. And I made a mistake of taking or adopting the traditional management style. I thought I'm the only person who can make the decision for the school without involving others. I believed that everybody should just follow suit. And that in itself created problems for me. I was happy when I was introduced into this program of Partners for Possibilities. I remember in one of the programs which we underwent, the flawless consultation. That's where I realized that everything which I was doing at my school was not all right. And that was when my leadership style changed after going through the flawless consultation. Then what is happening is that I realized that everybody is important at the school, not only my views, because my ideas and other people's ideas create a harmony in our school, and those ideas are taking the school forward. This is what I've realized, and that is how my management style changed when I joined this group. Now, I just want to come to the second question. What is changing for you? Now, what is changing for me at my school is that the school has now become the product of a shared decision making, whereby everybody is feeling that he has the total ownership over the school, because the decisions are no longer taken by one person, but the decision is a shared decision. And that in itself has taken our school to a greater heights. Now, the third question which I want to answer, it is as follows. What do you still want to do? Yes, what I want to do from now onwards is that my success is a success if it is shared by other neighboring schools. So what I'm going to do, I'm still gonna invite other school principal to come and join us. I'm going to recommend the program of Partners for Possibilities to other principals so that they can be able to turn around things in their schools like I did. I just want them to travel the journey of Partners for Possibilities that I have traveled. I want them to taste what I have tasted so that their schools can be functional, can be inspired in our communities which we are serving. Thank you. That's it.
My name is Freddie. I'm actually Zox. Zox. I wasn't given this man to mentor. He asked for me. Okay? So we fell in love. And when he invited me to his school, then I realized, the first thing I should do is to think about the thinking environment components. There are about 10. And the first one went like, this man must be given a chance to think. Because all great things emanate from thinking. All great words, all great actions are a product of thinking. And I realized, although I might have been a consultant some 12 years prior the meeting with Possibilities for Partners, there were gaps in my practice. And the first gap was one who wasn't really a good listener. I knew it all. All right? So I began to listen to this man. And that listening was indeed listening, where you'd put away your cell phones, where you'd fold your arms and look him in the eye until he finishes. And when he does finish, the next question would be, anything more? And this guy would. And this time he would contextualize, go much deeper. And I would be amazed at thoughts that are displayed. Thoughts that I wouldn't have accessed had I not done that. Right? Then we agreed, boss, I need to come to your school now. Went to the school. Then I remembered, flawless consulting. Those entry stages. So quietly we discussed. So he gave me a picture of what the school is like and mentioned his challenges. I kept quiet. But at the end of that progress, at least I had identified a gap. So we made up, him and the rest of the staff. We conducted what you and I might refer to as situational analysis, performance diagnosis if you want. And I got to pick up quite a number of gaps. The first gap is indeed his managerial practice. He is right. It was conventional, completely traditionalist, and highly patriarchal in line with how he is being managed by the Department of Education. So he was reduced into a micromanager, demoted to a micromanager. In other words, he behaved more like a deputy principal and not an executive of the school. That was our entry point. And from there, things followed. Clearly, I can indicate to you now that quite a number of problems that teachers will talk about were merely a byproduct of his management style. But I found it's so easy for him to switch over. Within no time, here lies a man who would consult. All right? So what about me? What's changed then? So I began to value other people's ideas. All right? When I come to your school, you're not a consultant, I'm a consultant. I don't have it all. I'm going to have to learn from you. That's the most important thing that I learned. What am I going to do now that you guys, this is our last day with you? Okay? He is right. Victory isn't victory unless it's shared by people around. Had already initiated with practicing principals here and some business leaders that we continue with this mission outside of Partnership for Possibilities. And the end result is yes. We linked up with some Americans whose program is known as Straight A Foundation. It's actually a subsidiary of another one called School of Life Foundation. Now we had a Skype interview with them. We are on board, and that was an initiative of one of us, Gerrit, Van Sale, who's not here today. So we're starting with that mission. We should have met last Sunday. Some guys are going to tell me why they were not there. We should have met. We'll be meeting again. Starting a new program is not as simple. We'll be meeting again so that VAL is blessed with a permanent structure that would be able to indigenize programs to VAL. I think that's it, eh?
That's it. No, thank you.